Hello, ladies and gent people! Finally, I'm back at StarCraft 2. I can finally do a commentary again. It took me a really long time to actually get to this point because all day I've been busy, blah 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 blah. But now we're finally gonna see a game between Root QXC against TTOne. Now these are both very good players, both from North America, but QXC is, as I can recall correctly, is the number 67th of the world, and TT1 is the number 27th of the world. But they're both very good players. QXC, known for his relentless aggression with dropships and his mariners and his marauders, and TT1 is just also a magnificent Protoss player. And we're now gonna see them duking it out on Metalopolis. Now they have spawned on the 9 o'clock location in the 6 o'clock location. That was a bit of my French accent. Me gusta. No, that's actually Spanish, but that doesn't matter. QXC gonna throw down his barracks at 12, and TT1 is gonna throw down his gateway at 13, and he's now gonna go scout around with his probe, and he's immediately going for the right position. So he's immediately gonna see that QXC is in this corner, and QXC is already going to TT1's base. So there's not a bit of a weird scouting path going around. Now, if I have to be honest, of course I'm a Terran fanboy. I'm also a QXC fanboy. So of course I'm hoping for QXC to win, but I don't know the result of this game, so we're gonna see the result. And it looks like QXC is hiding this second barracks in the corner. Now TT1 does not see this, and he's just gonna continue his normal build, gonna throw down his cyber core and just continue on from that point. Now I'm really curious about these spawning locations, if that has like a big influence in a matchup like Terran versus Protoss. I can imagine if like Terran versus Zerg or Protoss versus Zerg, that the Zerg is in a disadvantage just because, well, you want to get your natural fast, but you also want to get your third fast. But because this is like in the sandwiched in between, it's gonna be really hard to get like your third. The gold is also a sandwich in between, so either you have to take this gold or expand to the top or here, which is like really far away, and that just isn't preferably for Zerg players or any player because it's so far away. Now it looks like QXC is getting out a Marauder in a Reaper, and he's also getting the concussive shell, so it looks like he's gonna do some sort of opening with a Reaper, a Marauder, and a Marine with concussive shells, and it looks like the probe just scoots on by, is gonna see exactly what is going on, and he's gonna face the Marauder, so his days are numbered, and he does not see the second barracks. Now in the meanwhile, TT1 is throwing down his third gateway, and he already has 2 up with sentries and zealots going on. The Reaper is just gonna kite away the zealot, but another zealot comes in, but there's also 2 sentries who can basically block this off, block the ramp off, so any opener from QXC will basically be null and void or nullified, or I don't know exactly how that word is, but that's okay. It looks like the Reaper gets into the base, gets 1 kill, gets 2 kills, and the Mariner gets 1 kill as well. So that Reaper gave like vision for the high ground, and thereby these Marauders in the Mariner could like shoot up. Now this bunker is gonna prevent TT1 from moving out for just a little bit, but it looks like QXC is reinforcing it and puts another bunker down, so it looks like he wants to contain TT1 for quite a while before he expands. Now he's saving up for an expansion, and yes, there he goes. There goes the command center. So it's basically a 2 racks into expansion, but it looks like TTOne just scoots by the bunkers, and he's just gonna pick off any reinforcement that comes in from QXC. That's a really nice job, not taking any casualties from these bunkers. But a lot of back and forth going. QXC wants to get all of TT1's forces to his bunkers, and maybe even wants to retreat in his own bunker. But the concussive shells really do work on it, and it looks like TT1 is gonna move out to QXC's base, and QXC is just gonna move inside of TT1's base, and he's gonna pull several probes off the line just to deal with this. And it looks like TT1 is coming in. QXC is moving his SCVs into the battle. QXC wants to get these two bunkers down as well, but he has no reinforcements yet. He is building them, but it looks like a lot of SCVs have died. And let's see at the APM, they can see that they're really hammering at their APM. They want to get as many multitasking at this moment, and it looks like, will QXC handle this? His SCVs are repairing the bunker, but TT1 isn't shooting at the SCV, so it looks like QXC will not actually save this. He has lost so many SCVs. Let's see, he has only 16 SCVs left. He's gonna lose a couple of more, and this force of TT1, this was a really good push. He saw like the contain at the front, and he just didn't want to deal with those bunkers, so he just scooted on by and just basically went for a counter-attack, and it seems to be very successful because these marauders are very low health. They basically, their days have been counted. And QXC, what are you doing? You still have one marauder. Come on, you can do it. Oh my god, 10 SCVs left, 9 SCVs left, 6 marauders at this point, and this is so game breaking. He still has one stalker in the main, and this marauder with 1 HP. He needs to be very careful with that. Just let that one run away, get that into a bunker, and he survive. Now he needs to basically get these forces back, salvage these bunkers, because you really need the money, QXC. And it looks like TT1 now has a robotics facility with an immortal already out to break this contain, and this looks like it's already GG because TT1 has such an advantage. Let's look at the units lost. We can see that QXC is such, well, not that much, but 500 resources in the down the drain actually compared to TT1. But it looks like TT1 is already moving in. He's gonna break these bunkers down. His nice force field picks that marauder off, but 3 marauders on the high ground. We're just gonna shell away at that immortal and just scare them away a bit. Now that gives QXC some time to get this bunker down, because he really needs those bunkers for his defenses. Now it looks like TT1 is expanding, and that is really good because now he's in a clear advantage. He's just going to throw down a proxy pylon as well, just to reinforce his army even faster. And now he's just going to take away this advantage even further. Now it looks like QXC is finally getting Stimpak. That's a really late Stimpak considering all that was going on already. And if we go to the units tab, we can see that QXC has 20 SCVs, and TT1 has been macroing, or at least making probes really well. He's at 40, almost 40 probes at the moment. At 39, so he's taking away that advantage, and it looks like QXC now getting the starport because he's really desperate for his medivacs that can support his army very well. Especially with this Stimpak, then he can just lift a couple of marauders in the medivac and just go to this dusty cloud here and take out well, several buildings or probes or pylons or whatever. But it looks like TTOne wants to end it now. He got the observer for this site, and he's just gonna move into the base. Nice force fields blocking those marines, blocking those marauders, and it looks like all the SCVs want to repair the bunker, but the force fields blocking the bunker, and thereby the bunker could not repair it. It's very good play by TTOne. It's very well thought of, and he's just gonna push in further. Now it looks like QXC only has two marines, one marauder left against a lot of units from TT1. I didn't even finish my story and he already called GG. Well, thank you very much, asshole. But yeah, that was GG. It was a nice game to see. Yeah, if you like what you see, click that subscribe button on top, and I'll see you guys next Timo. Goodbye.